Hey, this is Anthony Effinger at Willamette Week, and I am back again. And today I'm talking with Emily Menges, a superstar defender for the beloved Portland Thorns. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So tell me, how is quarantine going for you?
It's going. It's lasting a bit longer than I was hoping it was going to last. I haven't actually kept track of all the days, but I know we're more than 50 now. And it started off kind of interesting because I don't know if you knew I was playing in Australia in our off season, and so I kind of came back into the United States and immediately went into quarantine. And so I have really only laid eyes on like three friends since I think Halloween is the last time I saw them. And so it's kind of a bizarre thing that like I've been gone for so long and then I went straight into this and it just kind of feels kind of it just is it's a bit surreal.
So I
Mm.
saw, I saw, yeah, I saw Instagram posts. You were in Australia in February, weren't you?
Yeah. I was there. I flew back March, like when it was right when Trump started putting those guidelines out about Europe shutting down travel from Europe, and Australia had not hit the I don't remember what he called them, like zone 3 level yet. And so they were still allowing travel back from Australia, but me and the other two Americans there were like, as soon as we lost in the semifinals, and as soon as we lost, like 5 minutes after the whistle blew, we emailed our like the guy who worked for our league in Australia, and we were like, we need to get home or else we're going to be stuck here. And some of the girls who ended up, they made it to the final, a couple of those girls ended up getting stuck there, and that was only a week later. So we were kind of right in the thick of when everything was starting to shut down. But we got back in the nick of time. But then, of course, when Portland was already in quarantine when we came back, and so we kind of just went right into stay at home.
So it's listen, quarantine's hard on all of us. What's it like for you? You're supposed to be on a soccer field. Your season is, what week would this be?
Oh, it's so what is even the date? We would be almost a month into our season. Our home opener should have been like the second week in April. And
Yeah.
so so this weekend actually would actually probably be like the fifth week of our season. Um, which is just crazy. Like it doesn't feel that way. I had an interview a couple days after the home when the home opener was supposed to be, and who the lady who was interviewing me was like, "What did you do on Saturday instead of the home opener?" And it hadn't even occurred to me at that time that that should have been our home opener because I'm so far. It's so far removed from that right now. Like I haven't even seen my teammates. I haven't seen my coach. Like
Mm.
it just feels so it feels like off season actually, but then when you kind of, because in off season people go all their separate ways, but also I'm having to report in every morning. I have to, like, we have our training schedule that we have to do. We report in after our training, and so there's still things that we're doing and we're in season and we still have meetings via Zoom, but it just is, it's very bizarre.
So you're training on your own, like doing
Yeah.
strength fitness training?
Yeah, and I have I have a dive bar right across the street from my apartment that has like a brick wall, and I will kick against that. It's like the only, I've gotten kicked off a couple fields, and I'm trying to follow the rules, and so I don't go with anybody. I have gotten kicked off to pretty close to the beginning, two high school fields I got kicked off of because it's hard to find fields with walls. And so I've finally given up on trying to find a new field, and I just kick against the dive bar, and no one seems to. There's no window, so I can't possibly break anything. So, but yeah, that's really all I've been doing. We
And what,
have been
go ahead.
we yeah, we have been able to start because the league kind of sent out these progressions of like how we're going to get up and going, and so we have been able to start the individual training, which is just, it's great because it gets us back onto the field, but we can't go in the locker rooms, we can't go into the bathroom, we can't use the weight rooms, anything like that. And even on the field we have our like quadrant, and so I have half of the field, and that's mine, and I can't go into somebody else's quadrant. And so it's, I have an hour and 15 minutes, and I have three balls, a couple cones, and I can kind of do whatever I want on that field, and they give us suggestions and stuff, but it's nothing. I mean, it's great for what everyone's just doing their best, but it's nothing close to any kind of normal training.
So what are you doing to stay sane?
I'm like looking around trying to tell you what I've been up to. I am reading a lot. That's cool. Um, Catching up on a lot of shows. I don't watch a ton of TV in general, and this, like, I've watched more TV than I ever have, and I get cultural references now. Like, it's a great feeling. I feel like I know who the Tiger King is. Like, that's a cool thing. Yeah, what else am I doing? One cool thing that the Thorns have provided us like one raw meal a week. And so it's just stuff that I would never buy on my own. And they send like little menu and instructions on how to cook it. And so I've been one like elaborate meal a week I've been making. Yeah.
So it's like a what do you call it? Blue Apron or some sort of thing like that?
Yeah, it's along those lines. So there's one chef that works for the Timbers and Thorns, and he kind of puts together these little packages for each of us. I know Timbers get it. I don't know if they get the same thing as us, but it's generally like one meal a week that we just assemble on our own. And yeah, so that's been fun.
Are you a big cook otherwise?
No, not at all. And so like that's the crazy thing. Like last week or a couple weeks ago, we had couscous that I've never even thought to make, which was the easiest thing in the world. And I now buy it on a regular basis. Marinated shrimp, I would never buy that by myself. It was the easiest thing. So like ridiculous things. I mean, they're not actually that ridiculous, but like things that I would never buy myself that they provide us, but now that have become part of my wheelhouse because of it.
All right, so great. You're eating better.
Yeah.
You get the cultural references.
Yeah.
Did you finish Tiger King?
I finished Tiger King. Yeah, I watched it actually all in one day. One Saturday.
So what's the first thing you're going to do when this ends?
Oh, I don't know. The other day, it didn't occur to me that I wasn't allowed to go hiking. And so I drove all the way out to Dog Mountain. I don't know if you know what that hike. Like so I'm crossing like the Bridge of the Gods. Like I'm out in the Columbia Gorge and on the Washington side, and I get there and it's a huge closed sign. And I'm like I told you, like I'm trying to follow the rules. And so I was like, I thought that would be like one thing that I'd be allowed to do. But yeah, so probably stuff like that. Go out and do things outside with other people. Maybe probably
imagine that.
Yeah, close to other people. Maybe like drink a beer outside with somebody. Like I don't know. Like the simplest things, which is also kind of cool. Like I've been boiled down to such like the simplest pleasures. So
I agree. Yeah, I mean the little things. You're like, oh yeah.
I wish I could do that.
Here's some blue sky.
Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. I know. I hope I open my door and I'm like, oh, it's great to get fresh air. Like, so yeah, it's the little things these days.
Well, we look forward to seeing you play soon.
Oh, man.
Big fans around here. My daughter and my wife, especially, are just, they're dying without a Thorns season.
Oh, me too. Tell them me too.
Yeah. Who you most looking forward to playing?
Oh, probably like always North Carolina, because you always just want to beat them, especially the last couple of years. A nice game against Seattle would be good too.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Chicago, since they kicked us out last year,
Yeah.
that'd be a good one. Yeah. I mean, anybody, like just to be on the field.
Well, as I said, my daughter plays and she's dying to play soccer too. And I can only imagine what it's like. All right. We're going to be back. The Thorns are going to be better than ever. Thanks a lot, Emily, for talking with us.
Yeah. Thanks so much. This has been great. Now what to do for the rest of the day? Oh my God. You sure you don't want to talk more? Just kidding.